Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the DC State Dynasty, where we have just finished up offseason number 3. We're gonna start into season 4 today, and we are preseason ranked for the first time ever. We are number 17 in the country. Don't know if that's entirely accurate, since our offense is a little bit devoid of talent, or at least superstars. But the defense definitely is worth something. We gotta talk recruiting for a second here before we jump into the games. This is a pipeline dynasty. If you don't know what that is, please take a look in the video description. I have listed a few rules there of how we can recruit. So Washington DC as our starting pipeline. We have 15 players from there. It's always tough to find good players from Washington DC because there's just not a huge volume. But I try to recruit like 3 kids from Washington DC every year, and spoiler alert, there is going to be a 4-star recruit from Washington DC this year as well, just like last year, where we even had a 5-star, but we didn't get him committed because Alabama decided to jump in there. Now, we also, after we got Washington DC, we got Maryland and Virginia as pipelines, and those are very good pipelines for us. Lots of players, there's always a huge volume, and the same thing is true also for Pennsylvania, where I think we're always going to have Pennsylvania. There's just so many players there, so many 4-stars, a couple 5-stars every year, so that's definitely a pipeline worth keeping. And I thought the same thing is true for North Carolina as well, but North Carolina, as it turns out, I haven't had much success finding good players from North Carolina that actually also want to come here. So we're stuck at 6 right now. I think we were at 6 last year as well. I'm gonna try to recruit a few North Carolina kids this year, and maybe we get to 10 or 11, and then maybe we have a chance next year to attack the pipelines of South Carolina and Georgia, but we'll see. Now, we had just opened up New Jersey and New York as new pipelines as well. And I think those are also going to be future pipelines for us, because there's just a huge volume of players there, and it's a platinum pipeline for us in the game. Now, that thing is not true for states like Tennessee, West Virginia, Delaware, Kentucky. I don't think we're ever going to get those as pipelines, but Ohio is also a state where there might be a lot of value in attacking it. But so far, we have only been able to recruit 1 player from Ohio. It's a running back, Joey Meadows, that's going to be redshirted this year. But overall, I'd say there is still some more pipelines for us to get done. The next one I want to get is North Carolina. And then after that, probably going to attack Ohio or New York, but not sure which one first. We got to get North Carolina done. Now, this recruiting class is going to be full of 4-stars for us, a couple 5-stars on the board as well. We have a few quarterbacks here, and the one that I'm attacking, the Greg Slayton guy up there, that's a kid from North Carolina, first of all. Now, this receiver here is also from North Carolina, and he looks really good. We're also gonna attack a couple tackles here, and this one is the one, Moses Felix. This is the kid from Washington DC. We need to get him. We need to have good players from Washington DC, so we don't have to keep cutting kids from Washington DC. And then I'm also gonna attack a 5-star tackle, just because there is not many 5-stars we can attack each year, just because most 5-stars are either like from Texas or Florida or, I don't know, Georgia, for instance. California, obviously, as well. But yeah, Clifton Campanaro is an edge rusher that I want to get. He's from New Jersey. This year, I'm not going to go as heavy into defensive tackles, for now at least. But we'll see who's going to be left. We still only have 500 recruiting hours every week, so that's still not much, and we still have to deal with that. But we have to try to make the best of it, and I try to spread out the points through the positions. I'm not gonna recruit 3 receivers at once, so for now it's gonna be like the 1 player at every level of team. And we're also gonna go after a safety from Ohio, Carl Kraft. He looks really good as well, and we'll see where that's gonna take us. I do want to get the 5-stars first and foremost, so they are going to be the main focus, and everybody else is going to follow after that. Now, the first game we're going to play is going to be against Navy. Navy is, we are considering them a rival, even though the game doesn't, because we have taken over the spot from Rutgers and they only have one rival in the game. But Navy, we have not had much success against them so far. Quarterbacked by D'Angelo Hentrick. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but basically a maxed out quarterback. He has 92 throw power. The accuracies are honestly really bad. That 72 deep accuracy, 81 medium. That's not a recipe for success, but this kid can run. So they've got a scrambler there. And then the running back is Jaquez Church, 5'11", 203, a former 3-star recruit who does have some pretty good elusiveness overall, but the break tackle is very low on that one. So don't know if that's going to work out to the best for them. Also only 89 speed, not the most athletic dude ever. They've got a wide receiver here. This is their best guy, by the way. A 72 overall is their best receiver from New York. He's a very bad route runner. There is no way to describe it otherwise. He's just an abysmal route runner. He has not even good hands or anything. He only has speed, and that's it. The O-line, I don't know. It's an 80 overall at left tackle, so I guess that's pretty good. An 82 at left guard, and an 82 overall at center as well. An 83 at right guard. I don't know how they do this. This is definitely their best position group, so I don't know how this happened, but the rest of the team doesn't look as good as this O-line, man. The best edge rusher on this team is Jesus Pujals, 85 power moves. That's definitely something to pay attention to. He has 75 block shedding, which is on the lower end of what you want, but 79 finesse moves, it's pretty solid as well. Not even a good athlete, I guess. The best, I think this is the best player on the team, Danny Jones, the middle linebacker, 6'2", 231, out of Virginia, Chesterfield, Virginia. Very good coverage ability, but the run stopping is not quite there. So a pure coverage linebacker here with decent speed and a 62 block shedding. That's not great. Actually, I am gonna recall that he has 91 speed. That's elite. So a coverage linebacker with elite speed, but not really the run stopping ability. This is the actual best player on the team. They've got a second linebacker here that is also very good in coverage. 88 zone coverage, pretty good. 93 awareness. 83 play rec is really good. He knows how to rush the passer if he needs to. But also, again, this time 64 block shedding. Not quite what you want. 81 speed. That's decent, I guess. Best corner on this team is Colin Thorne, 6'2", 190, out of Midlothian, Virginia. 83 man coverage, 76 press, 84 catching, and yeah, the zone coverage is 76. So that's a little bit low, but yeah. The main thing about him is he is very slow. 86 speed, that's not great. So far we have had a 1-2 record against them. We won last year, we lost the first 2 years of the series. The main story for me in this game is probably gonna be what we're gonna do at running back. We have had Spencer Maryland graduate just this off season, so we're gonna have to see a new guy. And George Garrison, I thought, was gonna be that guy, but he didn't develop, even though he had lots of space under his skill caps. He could have developed into the starter. Now, I will still be starting him because he had a good year last year. He still has some solid ratings. He can still run the football in tough situations. But I think most carries are not going to go to him. We're going to start on defense here, and right off the bat, it's Cordell Newcomb in the backfield. Our sack leader from last year, he is a true junior this year, and that was his 20th career sack. Very excited about what he can do, even though he didn't really have the best offseason. I thought he was going to have a little bit more dev in the offseason. And now 2nd and 16, and somebody just got absolutely ran over, and then Isaac Yort got spun out. That is not how you stop this rushing attack. 3rd and 7 now, and they are going to throw it. And this is another sack for Cordell Newcomb. That's 2 on the day, just on the first possession, within the first 1 minute and 29 seconds of the season. He has already 2 sacks. Now, we're going to get the ball back because that was a pretty big sack. And this is Dalton Ellington, who is going to have the role of Spencer Maryland. He is the best athlete from the receiving / elusive backs, and we're going to trust him to do that. Now 3rd and 3. We don't get the first down there. So 4th and 1, and we're going to have to not even run a play, I guess, because they just jump off sides, have an encroachment penalty against them. And that's going to be a new first down at the edge of field goal range. Let's throw the RPO to the outside. That's Charlie Hearns, one of the new starting receivers. We have had some off-season development that has made us change up our receiver lineup as well. So the 2 skill position players are going to be looking a little different. Dalton Ellington has a nice run there, gets us down inside the 5, and now 2nd and goal, hand it off. Dalton Ellington, first touchdown ever. The running back has his first score, and we're up by 7 as Navy has not been able to stop us on this drive. I mean, they almost did until they had an encroachment penalty. But Ellington with a very nice start to his college career. And now we're going to see this Navy offense back out on the field. And they are going to throw a slip screen here on 3rd and 10, and it is going to work out. Oh, man, that is not what can be happening here. Bad news as Hentrich moves this offense. And now we're 1st and 10, and absolutely nowhere goes Hentrich. He goes down. Newcomb has a half sack here, and they are back to 3rd and long. Hentrich has some time, and he's going to step up and get the first down with his legs. That's a 16-yard run for the Navy quarterback. He's out of Mississippi, so a little bit across the country. But he's going to go down again as we are going to force yet another 3rd and long. And this one is on Joe Mandarino. The linebacker turned safety gets to the backfield. And we have a 3rd and 4 coming up now after the punt. Westbrook is going to get it away, and that's caught. Dalton Ellington in the air, and he's just going to juke out the safety. What a move by Dalton Ellington. That was pretty dirty. And he even got a second guy to whiff on the tackle as well. Get a few extra yards. Nice play by Dalton Ellington. He's a very good receiving back. Not the best you'll ever see, but man, look at that juke move. Just makes 2 people whiff. I mean, 1.5. The other guy still got him, but took him a few yards extra. 1st down and 10, and we have Ellington with another juke move, and he's gonna get the first down on this one as well. He has been running pretty electric. 3rd and 4 for Westbrook, and you gotta pass it here. Gets it away, and Stockton can't haul it in. He's the most reliable pass catcher on the team, man, and he can't get it done on that one. 4th and 4. And they get somebody to jump again. Westbrook, free play, and that's a first down. It's Garrett Wolf with his first catch. I think on the career as well. Garrett Wolf had very good offseason growth, and he has shown that in training that he is probably a pretty reliable option. Now they're going to throw it to the end zone, and that's Wolf again. Touchdown, DC State. We're up by 2 scores. Garrett Wolf with 2 very important catches. One on 4th down to make them move the chains, and then we've got the touchdown as well at the end. 14-0 as Navy in their home game. Doesn't look too sharp so far. 1st and 10, and they're gonna run it. No, this is actually gonna be a pass. Nobody thought that was gonna happen until it did. Trayvon Melvin trying to chase him down, and he's down at the 4-yard line. It's an 80-yard reception by Quincy Guy, their number 1 receiver. 1st and goal, and wide open in the end zone. That's a touchdown, Navy. And they cut the lead in half as they made it a little bit too easy on them. DC State thought they were going to run the ball on 1st down. They sold out for the run, and that did not work out at all. Now, this is the 2-minute warning. We have 40 seconds on the clock for Westbrook to try to make something happen, but he doesn't get the pass off as Garrett Wolf would have had a 1-on-1 downfield. So you got to pass it, punt it away, and now Navy has a chance to add some more points, and they take a timeout after a completion there and try a 58-yard field goal try. And this one is almost blocked, man, but it is up and good. It does have the distance. And Navy put some more points on the board. It is now a 14-10 game at halftime. So Navy was down by 2 touchdowns, and suddenly they're back in the game. That was a little bit too easy on that touchdown, man. Trayvon Melvin got beaten, but we did sell out to the run and it didn't happen. So now we're gonna get the ball first in the 3rd quarter, and Westbrook has a chance now to add some more points on the board as Isaiah Stockton has a huge first down, and they are gonna move the chains into plus territory. First down and 10. Ellington's the back, close bunch to the left, but they are gonna run it, and Ellington jukes away from yet another linebacker. Has been playing pretty electrifying so far. 3rd and 4 for Westbrook. Ellington's the back, but they go trips right and with a pass concept and do get it away on time. This is George Stingley, who we have not talked about yet. Another new player on this offense, and he does look pretty solid so far. Now we're going to get it away to Isaiah Stockton, who's going to run away from his coverage. Tries to dive for the end zone, and he's knocked out of bounds, and we are going to have an injury on the play. As Mike Meeks, the right guard, is out. Jake Gammon is in, and we're going to hand it off to Garrison into the end zone. Touchdown, DC State. So it's a 21-10 game now, 2-score game again, and now we're going to have to hope that this defense can stop Navy. They are going to go open 1st and 10 with their fullback, and that's going to be a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1 coming up. They do convert, but a couple plays later, it's 3rd and 11. Yeah, then you're going to have to pass it, and Navy is going to have a wide open man at the sideline. Oh man, that was a little bit too easy as well. 26 yards to the running back, Sam Homer. 3rd and 12. Gonna have to pass it again. Hentrich drops back, and he's got his open man, but it is underneath, and he does not get the first down. 4th and 5. And they're gonna have to try the field goal here. 51-yarder. So 2 50-plus yarders for Navy, and both of them are good. Kind of unbelievable, honestly, but it's an 8-point game, and DC State still has some work to do. 8 minutes left in the game, and Westbrook's gonna fire. That's Wolf on the hitch, and a first down, as Garrett Wolf has been very reliable so far. 1st and 10, gonna hand it off to Garrison, and a huge running lane. Tried to run over the safety, but he didn't get it done. That's still gonna be a first down anyway. 1st and 10, 6.5 minutes on the clock. Hand it off to Ellington, and there's 8 more. He has been very reliable with the 6, 7, 8-yard pickups in this game. 2nd and 2, as Westbrook is gonna uncork one down the field, 1-on-1, and it's a touchdown. George Halterman. DC State adds another score. They throw it up to a 6'5 receiver, and Halterman comes down with it. There's the good spec catch, and he just mosses his corner. And I think that has to have been the number 1 corner on that team, man. Halterman with a very nice grab there. And it's going to be a 2-touchdown lead now. So Navy has some work to do. 1st and 10, they're actually going to throw it. And that is not going to end well, as Newcomb has yet another sack. And Oscar Toviesi, a new starter at defensive tackle who had a great offseason, he gets a half sack, his first of his career, I think. 3rd and 20, Hentrich throws it over the middle, and it's going to be short. 4th and 4 coming up. But they are keeping the offense out there. 4th and 4, I think you've got to throw it there, right? And they are, as Hentrich is going to be tackled. That's going to be a turnover on downs, as Oscar Toviesi looks to be shaken up there. 3rd and 3 for Austin Westbrook. And the pressure is coming in immediately. Left tackle and the left guard, both of them gave it up a little bit too quickly. That's going to be a sack. And a 42-yard field goal try for Donald Lanovoy. It's a little bit right, but it does hook inside. That's going to be good. And an 11-point lead. Now, we're going to jump ahead a little bit because the game was over at that point. But I want to show you that Joe Manarino had a very nice pick here. Just moved him to safety in the offseason. A 6'1", 230 linebacker playing safety now. That was pretty nice. And then I'm also going to show you that Westbrook has yet another rushing touchdown. The quarterback sneak has been working very well with him. It's just a big dude here, 6'1", 206. so we're gonna go with it. We have a good center to snap it, so quarterback sneak is gonna be something we're gonna see a lot more this season as well. And then 3rd and 10, this is like the last play of the game, and we're gonna force a fumble on this one. And sadly, Cordell Newcomb couldn't return it for a touchdown, but it was utter dominance by this defense toward the end of the game. Navy couldn't really do much about it, and we did allow a touchdown in the 4th quarter there, but yeah, we get 2 late turnovers. Pretty awesome start to the season. And the takeaway definitely is that we have found a new identity, at least on offense. The defense probably going to do still the same things we did last year, just because it's working. And yeah, Westbrook gets player of the game. 3 touchdowns scored, 2 passing touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown. Overall, I'm very happy with the play of Austin Westbrook. I'm very happy with the play of our new running back, Dalton Ellington. I think George Garrison had a solid game. We had a very solid day by our new receiver, Garrett Wolf. And yeah, we didn't see much of George Stingley, but that's okay. We're going to have to pass the ball a lot more, I think, in the future against better teams where we may be running behind a little bit. So I think we're going to see him then a little bit more. But yeah, that 80-yard play to Quincy guy, that almost broke our necks, I think. If we hadn't scored like on the next possession, we may have had a problem there. But yeah, overall, very happy with how the offense performed. Isaiah Stockton, he did drop a ball there. It was a tough grab, but he should have come down with it. George Halterman had a solid game with a touchdown. Garrett Wolf had a few catches. I like where this offense is headed. Now, we had 2.5 sacks by Cordell Newcomb, 1.5 by Steven Nizialek. We had a sack by David Gavazza, by Joe Mandarino. And then Dozier was in the backfield, Oscar Tobiesi was in the backfield, Matthew Robbins was in the backfield, Dalton Boger, everybody get in on the action. I think in total we had 8 sacks in this game, so that's a very nice start. Joe Mandarino gets a turnover, and Arnold Dozier forces the fumble there at the end. He's a senior, one of very few seniors that are going to graduate this year. The defense played pretty well. That one deep touchdown, I mean, like, it wasn't a touchdown because Melvin caught him before the goal line, but it basically was. Yeah, I sold out to the run. The run up the middle command. If you do that, everybody's gonna run over the line of scrimmage and try to stop the run up the middle, and that's exactly what happened. And it was first down. How on earth should I know that they're actually gonna pass it, man? What are you talking about? Cordell Newcomb gets player of the game here, player of the week. Austin Westbrook gets a Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week with only 158 yards. That is only going to tell you that was week 0, where there's not a whole lot of gameplays. Now we're going to move on to the second game, and this is going to be a lot tougher. Virginia is going to be our other rivalry game. We have not had great games against them so far, and this team is absolutely stacked. They are ranked number 18, so this is going to be 2 ranked teams going up against each other. Quarterbacked by Nick Rhodes. He's going to be a senior this year. He's looking very well. He's maxed out, but this kid has an absolute rocket launcher. 99 throw power, very good elusiveness. The accuracies are pretty decent. It's nothing spectacular, but this kid can run. Nick Rhodes is definitely going to be in a Madden franchise draft class. Just like we did with a few players from last offseason, he's going to be one of the next ones. And yeah, the running back, Jarrett Lumen, very good elusive back. The power is decent, I guess, but the stiff arm, the trucking, well, I mean, actually 84 trucking is not bad. That's not half bad. And 93 speed, so definitely a good running back. Nate Osborne, this is their weak spot, the receiving core. This is the best receiver they have. He's not a great runner. He's just a pure deep threat with decent hands and some solid speed. Well, actually 90 speed is actually not even deep threat worth mentioning. I don't know. Glenn Slade is the number 2 receiver. We're number 4. Also not a great route runner, only a great release. That 98 release is pretty scary, honestly. The catching ratings are decent, but only 85 speed. So even though he has a great release, I'm really not scared of him down the field. Best receiving option, honestly, on this team is the tight end, Spencer Davis, 6'6", 253. Very big tight end, and he has some decent catching ratings. The route runnings are not great, but he's at least a decent athlete. So he's definitely going to be a target here. 84 speed, 84 excel, which in college football 25 is actually pretty solid for a tight end. And then the O-line, they have a 82 at left tackle, a 91 at left guard, an 88 at center. And then at right guard, it's an 82. And at right tackle, which is crazy, an 87. This is an unbelievable O-line. They should run it all the game long, and we shouldn't stand a chance in this one, but we'll see. Top edge rusher, one of the best players on the team is Johnny Manelli. 88 finesse moves, 82 power moves, great pass rusher, 86 strength. He also has 69 block shedding. That's horrible, but I hope we can abuse that, man. If this run defense is not showing up, I hope we can beat him. Colin Jew, 6'5", 287, 79 power moves with 89 strength. He's a decent pass rusher, but not great. He's a very solid run stopper, but not great. He's a decent athlete, but not great. Just a good defensive tackle without the upside, I guess. Linebacker Willie Kaepernick is one of their best players, and he's a great pass coverage guy. He has more than enough athleticism to show up for. He knows how to rush the passer, and man, 90 speed, dude. He is fast, really fast. And then we also got a Seau dude on our roster. He's being redshirted right now, but maybe those kids are like cousins, I guess. Sinilau Seau. That's a cool name. Ours is called Alani Seau. Seau is a decent pass coverage guy with decent athleticism and decent run stopping ability, but nothing spectacular. Cornerback Carter Wall, 6'1", 197, out of Virginia. A hometown kid, 83 man coverage, 83 press, 86 catching. And even though he's a man-to-man corner, his zone isn't even horrible. 76 zone coverage. It's not bad, but this kid, he seriously lacks speed, man. 87 speed at corner is just not enough. I would put that guy at safety, and even then I would be worried. Speaking about safeties, Jared Cates, their top guy, out with a torn tricep, out for one more week. So their backup is Miles Duff. Still a good player, just not as good. 6'1", 201, out of Maryland, with not great run stopping abilities, even though I think that's his archetype. His pass coverage is decent, but again, I don't know what is up with these Virginia DBs. They are so slow, and we're hoping to get our first win. We have not won against Virginia so far, and I'm still declaring this a rivalry game because, well, I mean, they're just from the other side of the Potomac River, right? So we're gonna win this one, hopefully. So far 0-3, not a great start, but this is a home game, so advantage us, and we are the higher ranked team, so maybe we'll have a chance. Let's see what we can do on offense. Dalton Ellington lines up in the backfield, and he's gonna get the ball first, and this one is gonna be very good. That's a 14-yard run to start the day off. 2nd and 1 is gonna turn into new first down. And now Westbrook has a pass lined up for 1st and 10, and we're going to pass it to Garrett Wolf, who's getting a block there on the outside by George Stingley. And George Stingley also threw the block for that Garrett Wolf run. So 2 big plays already enabled by George Stingley, the tight end. 3rd and 6, somebody jumps offside, and Westbrook is going to reset a couple times. He gets it away, and Wolf is going to run away from his DB, and that's a 1st down inside the red zone. Wolf with a pretty good game so far. Pretty exciting stuff. 2nd and 6, and Ellington is lining up in the backfield, but they are going to go with the pass. This is George Stingley into the end zone. Touchdown, DC State. And Stingley gets him the lead as DC State is up by 7 at home here against the Cavaliers. And yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about, man. Against Navy, it was possible for us to run a lot just because Navy, they don't really have a great defense. But this Virginia front 7 doesn't look half bad, and we'll definitely have to pass it a little bit, just like Virginia tried to do, and they failed. 4th and 5, and it's incomplete, as Westbrook is going to get it away on this one, and that's caught by Charlie Hearns. That's an 8-yard gain. He had a pretty good offseason boost as well. 2nd and 2 now for Westbrook. Trips to the right. We're going to throw it, and Westbrook is going to get it away and caught by Isaiah Stockton. Tough coverage, but he makes the catch. 2nd and 8 now. This is not quite field goal range, so you still need to get like 1 first down to get some points out of this. And Westbrook has a man wide open, and it's tight end George Stingley again. And that's a 24-yard reception for the tight end. He's looking pretty sharp right now as we're closing in on the end of the first quarter. 23 seconds left. Westbrook trips to the right. We're going to throw it, and this is the isolated receiver to the left as Garrett Wolf has another first down catch down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. Westbrook, it's a quarterback keeper, and he's got the touchdown. He's going to fall into the end zone, and DC State is up by 14, and we have seen this before. Hopefully, we're not going to allow 10 points now, as Virginia is going to take over on offense, and they're going to do or try to repeat whatever Navy did. And this is a good start as Lumen has a 15-yard run to start off the drive. Now they're going to go I formation, tight end to the right, and they're going to go play action from that, and wide open over the middle. That's going to be a first down and some more. 16 yards on the play, and Virginia is going to go hurry up. 3rd and 6 now. They go 11 personnel, and Rhodes is going to reset his feet, but it's knocked away from his receiver. I think that was Dalton Boger on coverage, the new middle linebacker on this team. And they're going to take a 49-yard field goal try, and it's good. Virginia is on the board, but it's still a 11-point game, 2-score game. 2nd and 5, double twin set for Westbrook. They're going to throw it, and wide open underneath is Charlie Hearns, and he's get the block on the outside. Garrett Wolf with a solid one there. 2nd and 10, I formation, tight end to the right, and they're going to hand it off, and Garrison has lots of room. He gets a block and falls ahead, and that's about 16 yards for Garrison. 2nd and 8 at the edge of field goal range. We're going to hand it off again, and the block is set up by Stingley again, but they catch up to him from behind. Still another first down, and Ellington seems to be injured on that last play. 1st and 10, and Heath McGinnis checks in, and he's getting the nice running room now, and that's going to be a 14-yard run to start his day off. 2nd and goal for Austin Westbrook. They're going to throw it. 4-man pressure. Wide open. This is George Stingley again. His 2nd touchdown on the day. And DC State is going to hit the gritty, I guess. Tight end, gritty by George Stingley. Up by 3 scores now, 21-3. But we did leave 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock for Virginia to maybe make something happen. A little bit too much time. But Virginia now has a chance to add some points, and wide open down the seam. That's Virginia converting on like a 27-yarder, and they are going to go hurry up. 2nd and 6, 52 seconds on the clock, and wide open again in between the zones, but there is a flag down. Oh my God, it's going to add 15 more. It's a roughing on the passer. That's David Gavazza. And Virginia is now inside the red zone. 1st and 10, 48 seconds on the clock, and Virginia has a chance in the end zone. Touchdown! Virginia is going to have, or well, not exactly half, but they cut a little bit into the lead. It's now an 11-point game, and DC State, man, that defense did not show up right now. But good news is we still have 45 seconds on the clock, so Westbrook has a chance to add some more points of his own. And Isaiah Stockton's going to start the drive off pretty well. Moves the chains. Now we're going to motion in Garrett Wolf. And Westbrook has another wide open receiver. And Stockton, he tried to juke the corner. Didn't work. But still another first down. And we're going to take a timeout here. 2 left. And 28 seconds on the clock. Westbrook can still get him into field goal range, I'd say. Hearns, he gets a first down, but the clock is going to run, and they're going to go hurry up here. 6 seconds on the clock now with a 1st and 10. And Westbrook is going to get it away. That's caught down at the 28 or something, and they take a timeout. Oh, man, this is a 49-yard field goal try, and it is no good. Wide left. A little bit too far. They should have gotten maybe 5 or 10 more yards to make this a safer field goal try. So we're at halftime. All that work was for nothing, but we still have an 11-point lead. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, as DC State is having a pretty good game. And if we hadn't allowed that 30-second touchdown there within the 2-minute warning, we would be in even better shape. But now Virginia is back on offense after halftime, and they get a pretty crazy play here from Nick Rhodes, rolling out to his right even though he's a lefty, and then throwing it, dumping it off at the last possible second, getting like a 14-yard gain or something. And now they get another massive game, and just like that, they are in the red zone. And finally somebody from the defense is showing up. It's Cordell Newcomb with a TFL. 4-yard loss on that run. Now 2 tight ends to the right, 2 receivers to the left, and they are gonna throw an RPO, and this one is gonna be bad news for DC State. That's a 13-yard gain, 3rd and 1 coming up at the 4-yard line. Nick Rhodes has 2 tight ends to his left. He's gonna throw it, and he is gonna get sacked. It's Cordell Newcomb, and he's got another one. He is the only reason that we just stopped this team in their tracks. But 4th and 2, you can go for it there. And I think Virginia is going to have to do this. And they are. From the 5-yard line, 4th and 2. Rhodes is the carrier. And this is not going to go where? Not going to go anywhere. It's Dalton Boger on the stop. And they get no points out of that drive at all. That's the risk if you go for it on 4th down. And we have a 4th down here for the DC State White Tigers, and they are going to punt it away. No use of taking any risks there. And now Nick Rhodes is going to have a play-action shot, and he did not have a shot at all, as Boger is in the backfield there. Oscar Toviesi is the other one. And yeah, the 94 speed on Dalton Boger is absolutely insane, man. This linebacker looks unbelievable. 2nd and 18, as Rhodes is going to have another play-action shot. Bootleg to the left, and they are going to get him with a 12-yard gain, but still 3rd and 6 coming up. And now they go close bunch to the right, isolated receiver to the left, and Rhodes pressured again, and this is going to be shy of the sticks. 4th and 1. And as Virginia, you have to go for it there. You're down by 2 scores, and you gotta have this one, and this is complete on the outside. Melvin has not had a great start to the season so far, and he's gonna allow that reception. And we're gonna have, oh man, we almost had him for like a 6-yard loss there, and instead it's a massive gain. 1st down for Nate Osborne, the number 1 receiver. 1st and goal. Nick Rhodes is gonna scramble, and he's gonna tuck it and run himself. Touchdown, Virginia. And the Cavaliers at some points. It is now a 5-point game, and they might want to go for 2 points here to make it a field goal game, and that's exactly what they do. I think it's double twin set here for Nick Rhodes. They're gonna pass it, and Rhodes is gonna throw it shy. He was pressured by Cordell Newcomb. 3rd and 4. Westbrook gets somebody to jump, so this is a free play, and Westbrook is just gonna throw one down the field, and Stockton's wide open. Unreal stuff here. Unreal. He just had a free play. It was like, yeah, let's just chuck it down the field. Let's see what happens. And Isaiah Stockton hauls it in. A huge 1st down inside the red zone as well. And Westbrook's going to have George Stingley on the catch. That's a 12-yard gain to the tight end. And so far, Westbrook, by the way, 18 of 20. He's almost having a perfect game. Westbrook, again, wide open. Stingley into the end zone. What a leap. Touchdown, DC State. They are up by 2 scores again, as Virginia keeps battling back, but we keep putting more points on the board. George Stingley having his 3rd touchdown on this day. And absolutely monster game by the tight end here. 3rd and 3. Nick Rhodes has a 4-man pressure. He does get it away very quickly. That's the tight end, 11 yards on the play. First down. We're 5.5 minutes away from the end of the game, so Virginia needs to hurry it up if they want to have a chance at winning this one. And this is going to be knocked away, man. Baskerville. Oh, man, you got to pick it off there. Jesus, that would have been a pick six, man. And then the game would have been over, man. Instead, first down and 10. And they keep moving the chains, but that one was short. So that's a turnover on downs. And first down and 10, we're going to run it with George Garrison. He's got the 8-yard gain. Now 2 backs in the backfield. Hand it off to McGinnis, and absolutely nowhere to go, as Kaepernick is in the backfield here for the TFL. 3rd and 7 for Westbrook. And they get somebody to jump again. This is home field advantage, man. And Garrett Wolf has got the first down on the free play. We're just going to decline that penalty. Thank you very much. And that's a first down for Garrett Wolf. Probably about a 10-yard gain. 2nd and 3. And Westbrook has trips to the right. Wolf isolated to the left. And Wolf is the target, as he has a lot of running room. And he jukes out the safety for a first down inside the 10-yard line. Garrett Wolf looking pretty sharp, just like George Stingley. And we have now a chance to end this game. We're at the 2-minute warning, and Westbrook has a chance to end it all, and this one's going to be incomplete. Garrett Wolf can't hang on, and we're going to go for it because a field goal is not going to help us. It's still going to be a 2-touchdown game even if you get the field goal. Westbrook into the end zone, touchdown Isaiah Stockton. We've got it this time, and DC State is up by 3 scores. It was definitely worth it to go for it there because, well, it would have been a 12-point game with the field goal. It would have been a 15-point game without the field goal if we hadn't gotten that 4th down conversion. It would have been a 15-point game with the field goal, so that's still 2 touchdown games. But if we get the touchdown, it's a 3-touchdown game, and this is going to be one more. 2 points added by the defense. David Gavazza runs down Nick Rhodes. Stood no chance on that play, and I think that ought to do it. 37-16, and DC State again with a pretty good performance here. We get the win for the first time ever. We are beating Virginia. Great news. Austin Westbrook, player of the game, and deservedly so. He had 5 touchdowns in this game. Almost 90% completion percentage, 4 scores through the air, 1 on the ground. He was 23 of 26. That's almost a perfect game, honestly. And Nick Rhodes, he did have a solid game, but the O-line kind of let him down. The defense showed up, man. We were keeping the receivers in check. We had a few coverage sacks, and that was enough to completely derail this Virginia offense. Now, they also had 2 4th downs where they didn't convert. Maybe 3, I'm not sure anymore. But, yeah, Garrison had a great day on the ground. Ellington, not so much. Did have a tough game for him. But Garrett Wolf, 8 catches, 96 yards. Isaiah Stockton, 6 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown. Stingley, 5 catches, 56 yards, 3 touchdowns. Great day. Even Hearns had a nice day on the ground. Had a few catches here and there. We did keep this offense in check pretty well, I would say. Osborne was the number 1 receiver. He did have a couple catches, but overall we were able to stop this offense in their tracks. Number 2 receiver, Glenn Slade. He only had 1 catch for like 6 yards or something. We did not allow this Virginia defense to have a single sack or turnover in this game, so this is basically a perfect day on offense, honestly. We on our defense, we did get a handful, not a handful, a few sacks. Gavazza, Newcomb get 1 each, and then Toviesi and Boger get into the backfield as well. Don't get a turnover, but we have our first commit. It's Greg Slayton, the quarterback from North Carolina. So we start this recruiting season off pretty well. He's 6'5", 213 out of North Carolina. Our first recruit is a pretty massive quarterback with a field general archetype, but he has a 96 throw power arm, 86 short accuracy, 84 medium accuracy, 78 deep. I think he's gonna be really good. He's also gonna, like, he has the gem label, so I'm kind of expecting like at least impact, but more probably star dev. And This is how we want to start off recruiting. Now we can put these points into somebody else. Purdue is our next opponent, and this is going to be our first Big Ten game. And this is going to be a pretty tough game, I feel like. They have a really good, O-line and D-line. The trenches are built up pretty well for this team. Quarterback is Tavon Waddle. Now, this kid is pretty accurate across the board, I'd say. But he does not have the biggest arm. 84 throw power is pretty low. That's not great. He's also not very mobile. This kid's not going to run away from pressure. If we get to him, he's going to go down. Running back, Matthew Hartman, 5'11", 171. A very slender receiving back out of Donaldsonville, Louisiana. He's a receiving back, but his route runnings look like the ones from a power back, honestly. His catching ratings are pretty good. On the other hand, elusiveness, not quite there. Power, not quite there. Speed, not quite there. The only thing he can do is catch the football. Reed Ambrose is their top receiver, 5'10", 192. He wears number 13, in case you can see it. And Ambrose has the perfect skill caps there. Not the perfect skill caps, but it's 3 and over 1. Pretty decent route runner. The hands are mediocre, 88 speed, nothing crazy. The other receiver to worry about is Keegan Casey, 5'7", 193, wears number 80. Former 3-star recruit. He's a decent route runner, but his hands are actually pretty abysmal. For a slot receiver, I would expect his hands to be a lot better. He doesn't even have 1 catching ratings in the 80s, man. Catching rating in the 80s, man. 88 speed on him as well. Not great. O-line for the Boilermakers. That's actually something they are pretty good at. 85 at left tackle, 93 overall at left guard. But this kid is injured, so that's pretty big news for us. They're probably going to have to start their backup here, 77 overall. So they're missing their best player. They have got an 88 overall center, which is probably going to make up for the left guard with the double teams and stuff. 86 overall right guard and 86 overall right tackle. So Purdue looking pretty sharp. Top edge rusher is Lyle Haslam, 6'4", 245 out of Crestwood, Kentucky. 82 power moves, 73 finesse moves, 91 strength, and 66 block shedding. So I would say, and yeah, this dude is just an athlete and nothing else. He's not a great pass rusher, he's a horrible run stopper, and he only has his athleticism. The other good edge rusher on this team is Sean Abbott, 90 block shedding. This kid actually can do something. Good technique in the run stopping. 88 strength. Not a pass rusher, but that's okay because we are a running team, so they need somebody to stop the run. Top linebacker, Philip Ohaliti. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, but dude's a power rusher archetype, so he's not really a linebacker. He's more of a, I don't know, third down pass rusher. He can cover a little bit. His run stopping is decent, but there is nothing spectacular there. Top middle linebacker is Alex Montgomery. Pass coverage linebacker, 6'2", 216, out of Michigan. They stole him away from the Wolverines, and he's great in coverage. The run stopping is pretty bad. That's 65 block shedding and not even 80 tackling. Man, that's not good. And 83 speed is pretty average as well. Eli Savage, 6'2", 189 out of Jefferson, Georgia. He's a 94 man coverage, 78 press, very good man-to-man corner. He has 87 catching, and the zone coverage is at 78. So a decent corner, but again, athleticism in the secondary. I don't know what's up with these teams, man. Virginia again. Virginia, they did not have the secondary to stop anybody, and it showed up, man. They do not have the athleticism to keep up with even. We don't even have average receivers. Our receiving core is actually the weak spot on this team, man. Now they do have a safety here with pretty decent speed, but one safety is not going to make up a secondary. We have played Purdue once last year. It was a blowout. I think we won 42-7, and we'll see how this is gonna go because this is an away game, so we have to win at their house. But This is a solid team, man. You saw the O-line. It's pretty good. D-line has a couple solid players, but there are also a couple holes. They're missing their left guard. And again, one of the weaknesses on this Purdue team is the receiver room. It's just they don't have great athletes there, and we definitely have the better secondary by far. So we should win big there with the pass rush. Well, not because they have a bad O-line, just because eventually you'll get coverage sacks if your receivers don't get open, man. And they're going to run it on 3rd and 3, and they did not get it. 4th and inches, and they have to punt it away. And with pretty good field position, we are going to start on offense. And this is going to be a motion for Charlie Hearns. And on the RPO bubble, we are going to have Charlie Hearns with the juke move. What a nasty ankle breaker there. First down is the result. 1st and 10, hand it off. Heath McGinnis, he's got the first down. Oh, no, that's actually not a first down. I thought he had a little bit more space there, but still a good run. 8 yards on first down. Coming up with the 2nd and 2. They convert, and now it's 2nd and goal, and we're just going to sneak it in. It's a touchdown. Westbrook has his 3rd rushing touchdown on the season. 1 per game. That's a pretty good average. Now, Purdue is going to go back on offense, and they have to start from 0 again. After that first drive didn't work out at all. They had a 3 and out. Let's see what they can do here. 1st and 10. And this one's going to be complete, even though the quarterback got hit during the throwing motion. Waddle still completes it for a 20-yarder. 2nd and 11. Waddle's in the backfield. He's going to throw it over the middle. That's going to be another first down. 10 yards on the play. And they convert close to midfield here. 1st and 10. Tavon Waddle. 4-man pressure. Lots of time. The O-line's giving him a lot of time, man. As this is a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1 coming up. Double twins. And they are going to hand it off. And that's very bad news. That's another massive play. 16 yards. Purdue running down the field here in chunk plays. 10, 15, 20 yards on every play. And on this one as well. This is going to be 20 yards on the play, and we have an injury. It's Steven Niziolek. Not good news for the DC State White Tigers. 2nd and 1 from 2nd and goal from the 1. They're going to run it with the quarterback, and he fumbles it away. And we're just going to go down in the end zone, have it. Ben Baskerville recovers, but that was completely unnecessary by Waddle, as he just, I don't know what he was doing. Mandarino wasn't even punching at the ball or anything. He was just looking to stop the quarterback. But Purdue comes away with no points, even though they had a great drive. And now we're going to go back on offense as Stockton is going to run it down the field, and he fights ahead for extra yardage. That was about 33 yards from the slot receiver there. And now 2nd and 15 after a, delay of game penalty. They get the ball with... good field position here, and somebody's breaking tackles here. It's Garrett Wolf for a 33-yard completion on the play. That was a very solid run after catch, man. It was a pretty short pass, man. Westbrook didn't even do much, but Wolf just got everything. And then we've got the touchdown with, what's his name? Dalton Ellington. Kind of blanking on the names right now, man. Dalton Ellington scores the score, and 14 points on the board for the White Tigers. And now the Boilermakers, they have something to do here. And down the field against cover 2! Oh my God, it's Keegan Casey into the end zone. 85-yard touchdown for Purdue. They cut the lead in half, and Purdue is finally on the board. And that's kind of the risk that you run if you have a linebacker at safety there. Joe Mandarino, 89 speed is pretty good, but in cover 2, you want a little bit more range, I guess. He slept there. Now, we're going to go back on offense, back to the drawing board. Let's go get this 2-score lead back, as Garrison has a 9-yard gain on that run. 2nd and 1, Ellington's the back. Wolf isolated left, but we're going to run it. And Ellington tries to juke up the safety. Didn't work. 4 minutes on the clock, and we have just crossed midfield. Now, there's only 1 minute on the clock. We have just wasted a lot of time so that we can make sure Purdue doesn't get the ball back. And now we're going to get the first down here. That was Charlie Hearns again. 1st and 10. There's one timeout left for the DC State White Tigers. We're going to throw it over the middle, and that was Dalton Ellington. And now clock is running. We're going to go hurry up. 2nd and 3. Westbrook, and he's going to throw it. Touchdown, Dalton Ellington. Purdue down by 2 scores again as DC State has yet another touchdown. It's 21-7, and there's only 12 seconds left. Perfect clock management. They cut it a little bit close at the end there, only one timeout left. So they had to hurry up there to the line and run. Whenever you run hurry up, you always have like a limited selection of plays. But it did work out in that case. So DC State up by 2 touchdowns. As, by the way, we are ranked number 11 after that win against Virginia. That was pretty good. Westbrook is going to throw it to George Stingley, and he is going to have another massive completion. 1st down, DC State with George Stingley as... Oh, man. He's like already being the best tight end we've already had in this entire series without even having played an entire season. He already looks so good. Austin Westbrook. Now in positive territory. There we're going to run it. Ellington, 13 yards on the play. 1st down, DC State. Can we finish this game right here? If we get a touchdown, it's a 3-score game, man. And this is Stingley again. And that's another 1st down. 13 yards. Man, Stingley is having a phenomenal start to the season. 1st and goal. Handed off. Garrison into the end zone. Touchdown. It's a 21-point lead. And Purdue now really in trouble. They have not been able to do much so far. The only points they've gotten was off a 85-yard touchdown against the cover 2. And yeah, that has not been working well so far for Purdue. And now they're looking to run. Tavon Waddle is gonna be caught. 4th down and 3, and they do not go for it there. They're gonna punt it away. This is still the 3rd quarter, so the game is not really over, but so far, Purdue has not shown the ability to dink and dunk their way down the field, as we have another great catch by Garrett Wolf, wide open there against the secondary. This is what you get if your secondary doesn't have any athletes, man. It looks pretty bad. Westbrook throws it over the middle. It's intercepted. Oh, man. That is pretty disappointing. Great play by the middle linebacker there. The angle route seemed to be wide open, but he was just lurking for Westbrook to throw that angle route to Dalton Ellington. And he threw it a half-second late. And Alex Montgomery gets the ball back for Purdue. So it's still a 3-score game. You're still technically in this, but you have to move the chains, and you can't if you're going to drop the ball like that. They punt it away again. We're still in the 3rd quarter, but this is probably the last play. And Ellington's got 9 yards on the play. And now we're in plus territory. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Westbrook's going to throw it over the middle. That's caught. Ellington trying to run away from the safety. Didn't quite get away. He doesn't have the greatest speed, but it was enough to move the chains, and that's the most important thing, as Westbrook goes over 3,000 yards passing in his career. 1st and 10 for Westbrook. Trips to the left. Isolated receiver to the right. Hand it off to Garrison. That's going to be another 1st down inside the 10-yard line now. They have had a great day on the ground as well. And now Ellington's the back. They're going to motion in Hearns. They're actually going to throw it. And Westbrook has his man. It's Isaiah Stockton. Touchdown, DC State. 35-7. Purdue not showing up at all. And Isaiah Stockton apparently has the invisibility cloak or device activated, I guess. 35-7. The game should be over. They're still gonna try to do something. 2nd and 6 now, and wide open. That's a 1st down, man. Jesus Christ, can't let him that wide open, man. Ron Lamour on the catch. 1st and 10 for Tavon Waddle. Gonna step up and get the 1st down himself, and a little bit more after that. And that's going to be the edge of field goal range now. Let's see what this defense can do. They still have not any backups on the field. That's going to be caught by the number 1 receiver, whose name I have forgotten already. Reed Ambrose, yeah, correct. Did not forget it. 3rd and 2. And Tavon Waddle is going to step up and throw an interception for a good measure. It's Isaac York. He's not going to take it out. And that should do it. Nice pick there by Isaac York. Isaac York, a player that I thought would be a lot better than he is. He's still a starter. He has 99 catching and 99 hit power. And for those two ratings, he has not had enough turnovers, honestly. But he does get a pick in garbage time here at least. I think his coverage in the back end is pretty solid so far. The deep balls we have allowed so far were either on the run up the middle command or on Joe Mandarino, and I that's okay. I do not expect Joe Mandarino to be a perfect safety. He's a linebacker after all, but his impact at the line of scrimmage is just so big. And so with Joe Mandarino, the thing is, I can run nickel coverage all the time and still have 3 linebackers on the field because Joe Mandarino is just that good. He's as good as a safety, a box safety, not a deep safety, but a safety, and he is a linebacker at heart. So that's just a wrinkle to this defense that's gonna throw off a lot of teams. They think, oh, they've got nickel, let's just run it. And then Joe Mandarino's in the box. He sniffs out the run and he gets a loss. You know, that kind of stuff. That's okay that once in a while he's going to miss somebody, miss something or somebody in the secondary. That's good. I'm very happy how this defense operates. We only allowed them 7 points today, and it was that one deep touchdown. That's all. We were honestly perfect on defense other than that. And the offense, they are clicking. It's just working. We are good at running the ball. We didn't get a single sack in this game, but it doesn't matter. We still made them quit the field. We had the one interception by Isaac York. And yeah, good stuff here for the offense. We also, not even didn't we have any sacks, we also prevented them from having any sacks. And the one pick, man, yeah, it's I threw it a half second late, that's it. I should have thrown it a little bit earlier, but you know how these angle routes work. If you throw it a little bit too early, they don't turn around and the ball falls incomplete. So I'm always like, I try to make sure that they're actually looking when I throw the ball, and that's what cost me the interception. And but doesn't matter. We're 3-0. The season has started great. We're gonna get into the conference now, and we are ranked number 10. I think the first time ever that we're ranked inside the top 10 in the entire country. We're unbeaten, and next episode we're gonna get into the conference play. I'm very excited about it, and that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more DC State Dynasty. See you in the next episode. Until then, have a great day.